Who are these parents that are sending their children off to work on the street?
The street kids are mainly the poorest children of the community. The family are mainly migrants, displaced people who came from other provinces, from around, let's say, Balkh, because Mazar-e Sharif is mainly the center of the north region. There are like 9 provinces in the north region that the security is not fine. Most of those areas are controlled by Taliban. And these family has no other thing but to escape just for their safety and come to Mazar-e Sharif. When they come here, they face to a very bad and poor situation. They have no income, they don't know how to do it because they used to farm their whole life, and once they come on the city just for safety, and then they don't know how to do because there is no farming here. And the only way is to ask their kids, go out on the streets, work, bring food on the table in the evening. Most of the parents of those family, the father, some of them are disabled during the wars. Maybe some of them, their father are totally killed, maybe in the war. Maybe the father was a Afghan National Army soldier, so they're killed and died. Oh, some of those kids are orphans. Some of them are having a very poor condition. So the only way out for them is to come on the streets and work. And when people don't buy their product, people don't help them sell their water and products and stuff, then they start begging on the streets. And this is a very bad situation for the children.
So can you describe what a day in the life of those kids would be like? And I'm thinking perhaps some of them, you know, they're walking a long way to come into the city to beg or to sell.
Normally, when they wake up in the morning, probably there's no food on the table for them to eat. Their parents probably make the children go to the town and work. And first of all, because they're so poor, they're not living inside the town. They're quite living in the suburbs and far away from the town. I mean, every day they need to walk at least 1 hour, the least 1 hour, to get to the city and sell their eggs, sell their pen, small notebooks, maybe create that holy smoke where they create a smoke and people believe that's holy. They create those type of smokes around the car. In the worst case, they do begging. And they're bullied every day on the streets. Sometimes when people don't buy their product, maybe if somebody don't give them their shoes to polish, then they start, you know, crying, asking, please give it to me so I can polish, but normally people don't. And then because they insist to receive the shoes for coloring, and people go kind of mad and they shout at them, they bully them, sometimes they hit them. And this is the whole day they have on the streets. Sometimes they don't have food for lunch to eat, sometimes they cannot make money. And if they don't make money, that's much harsh for them because they have to come back home by walking. Sometimes they reach home when it's too dark at night. And then sometimes when they don't have food on the table, the mom or the dad will also go angry at them. Why didn't you work? Why there is no food on the table? And they might beat them. So there are children who have situations like that.
And how much money do they make?
Something like 60, 70, 80, maximum 100, which is something close to $1 a day.
Yeah. And because I'm just thinking that's something, it's not that there's no guarantee, is there? Some days they make 0, some days maybe they make a bit more, but there's no security for these families or the children with the sort of money they can make. Yeah.
So I'm going to answer this question again. Actually they don't have a concrete income, like to say they can make 100 AFs per day, or sometimes they cannot make money. Sometimes if the chance is with them, they might make like 70, 80. Sometimes if they're too lucky, they can make maybe 100 or more than that. But average, it's something close to 70 to 80 AFs, which is like equivalent to $1 per day. I think we lost the light, Sharon.